Now, have y'all seen any of the stuff of Mo3's mom kind of going to social media and putting it out there? You know, her sending, basically, asking for justice for Mo3. I just thought that was interesting because I saw the picture of them all together. Mo3, Yella Beezy, and I believe it was Trap Boy Freddy or whatnot, man. So to think they was in his mama's house, and it always ends up like this, man, especially in hip hop. It always seems like cats will be friends and then all of a sudden they're enemies. Look at King Von and Quando Rondo. Look at even go far as back as Biggie and Tupac. Biggie used to sleep on Tupac's couch, literally, and Tupac used to try to school him in what the rap game was and entertainment and try to focus on both ends of that, literally, man. So it's weird, man, that cats start off as friends, then they end up being enemies to this extreme.
An ambush-style shooting during the day while he was on I-35 in Dallas. Investigators identified Kewan Dontrell White as the shooter in that crime. White is currently serving 9 years in prison for a firearm charge connected to the shooting. Conway, who goes by Yella Beezy, is accused of hiring White to kill Noble.
All right, Steve, what's the backstory on this?
He wanted to get to the juicy part. But man, I will never forget that day and that scene because I think it was this same exact week that King Von had passed away, man. That Mo3 got shot. And this, man, on the highway, these dudes knew they wasn't never getting away or something, man. Like, there wasn't dude Kewan White, like I said, I don't know, maybe he just gave it up to the game because he ain't care, you know what I mean?
What are prosecutors saying about a motive for this hit on Noble?
Yeah, so we've requested court documents outlining the claims by investigators to arrest Conway. We usually are able to get...
This is the important part right here. I hope y'all lock in, man, because it's not sealed right now, but they've leveled it up to the grand jury, so the grand jury is actually controlling this case. So when we get the information on the charges, the motive, all the summary and stuff besides what we've seen so far, it's pretty much going to be spoon-fed to us.
Get an arrest warrant affidavit. That's where we get a summary of the evidence in the case, but because this case was a grand jury referral, we don't have access to that information. So exactly how Conway is linked to the murder for hire plot is unknown, but it was strong enough information for the grand jury.
Got it. So the murder or hit was almost 5 years ago. What's Conway's current status?
So at last check, jail records show that Conway is still in jail being held on a $2 million bond.
Now, a lot of people in the comment sections of one of my videos was like, oh, Yella Beezy got money. Yella Beezy got a G-Wagon he can sell. He got all this that he can sell or do, man. And he flashes a lot of money or whatnot. So I was anticipating he'd be out on bond quick, like immediately. Like it wouldn't be anything but a thing, you know what I mean? But it looks like Yella Beezy is still in custody, man. Now, it might be a paperwork issue. It might be some administrative stuff that needs to be handled between him and the bail bondsman to get that amount of money transferred or whatnot. But $200,000 just cash lying around is rough, man. That's rough. I mean, hopefully y'all was listening to Boosie when he talked about his trials and tribulations going through the rap game and ended up having a case where he was on death row and then his case getting downgraded and then him eventually coming home. During all that time, man, when you fighting these cases and stuff like that, man, that money dries up. Like Lil Durk is in a position to where I don't think he's seen the full effects of that yet, but it's definitely coming. Witty sounds and looks like a Black Shrek, the ogre. I don't know. Funny, man. A Black Shrek ogre, man. People always, man, they always trip out when they see me in person, man. It's a good joke, though.
Bruh.
All right, back to the topic, man. Sometimes I get in the chat and I get to cruising. But besides that point, the main point of that is, I don't know if Yella Beezy is going to have the money just on hand to pay that bond, man. He might. He probably does. It's not a stretch, you know what I'm saying? He's out there balling, so it's not a stretch. But we will see.
If he is able to bond out, there's a list of things that he would have to abide by to be in those rules and regulations until his court appearance.
Got it. Okay. All right, Stephen down.
All right. So even if he does bond out, Yella Beezy is going to have a list of rules, regulations, and things that he's going to have to abide by. But Yella Beezy seems unproblematic. He doesn't seem like a guy who's in the streets like that. He doesn't seem like a guy who really gets into anything, to be honest with you. I don't think I've ever seen anything outside of this and the rainwater situation and him obviously getting shot. But we'll say, okay, so let's get to some of the rumors on that. Now, the rumors out here is that Yella Beezy, Mo3, Trap Boy Freddy were all in a situation where they were busting at, were ops. And that Mo3 was allegedly the aggressor in the situation. Mo3 was allegedly the one who was actually trying to put belt to ass when it came to this beef. Like, he got upset with Yella Beezy behind the Roy Lee situation. And like I said, this is all rumor. So y'all stop me and correct me if you want, especially in the chat. But that's the rumor, man. The rumor is that, when it came to that situation with Roy Lee, that was the straw that broke the camel's back when it came to Mo3. And that's why he was so heavily on Yella Beezy's head. And he rumored to be the one responsible for what happened to Yella Beezy. So this would in turn be a retaliation shooting. Now, is all that true? Is any of that factual? I do not know. I don't believe it is. I think all these guys are just, their names get thrown in here because they're big rappers. But that's what the streets are saying. I'm going to keep it funky, man. That is exactly what the streets are saying. And that's exactly what people are believing out here, man. I wonder if Mo3 was really that much of an aggressor in this situation, and he was really, really trying to get at Yella Beezy, really, really trying to get at Trap Boy Freddy. How come from only one end of that did you see any type of celebration when he lost his life or whatever, man? Because remember when Mo3 lost his life, Trap Boy Freddy, he had a whole barbecue, he was partying or whatever, he was drinking, you seen the videos he was dropping, he was going with his people, they was hitting the streets and whatnot. But you didn't see that from Yella Beezy's side at all. You didn't see any of that celebration. You didn't see anybody trying to really revel in the fact that Mo3 had lost his life. It just seemed like for Yella Beezy and them, they went quiet. Maybe that's out of strategy. Maybe that was a good reason they went quiet. Maybe they figured, man, we don't want to get involved in any of this as far as, broadcasting this because it's real in these streets. But with that being said, I want to look at something else that I seen that was dropped about a month ago. And this was posted by My Mixtapes. And I'm wondering if you guys saw this as well. And I want to bring this story up. All right, this right here. Men accused of killing Mo3 are scheduled to be released soon. Now, we'll get into the specifics of how this works and all that and talk about that. But check this out, right? So it goes on to say that Devin Maurice Brown, that's his registered number, whatever, blah, blah, blah. He's in Beaumont, which is a federal facility. And these guys, remember, most of these guys copped to the gun charge when they were arrested. So when they were arrested, they copped to the gun charge almost immediately. That's a federal crime, being a felon in possession of a gun. So currently, Devin Brown and Keywan White are both doing time in the feds. So as they're doing time in the feds, their time is almost up. Because remember, this happened 5 years ago. So if they immediately cop to those charges, it's about time for them to be getting released. So as you see for Devin Maurice Brown, his release date was supposed to be in February. Thing is, with these cases, if you do your Fed time and you have a murder hanging over your head for the state, if the feds didn't pick it up, the state is gonna pick it up, and they're gonna charge you for that murder and put you into custody immediately after. So maybe that's why you haven't seen anything moving on his side. But even for Keywan White, you see his release date here of June 9th, 2028. The same thing is probably going to happen. Or it's not even probably. It's the same thing is going to happen. If he gets released for this time, for his Fed time, the state's going to pick it up, and he's going to go to the state and be in jail waiting on his charges for capital murder. So regardless, it's not like they're gonna be free in the city just partying or anything like that. You know, it's a crazy situation with these murder cases because, you know, and it's not crazy. It's actually for the protection of society. So I kind of get it. But yo, you're never gonna escape that, man. And the laws, when it come to murder, they ain't never gonna stop looking. They're gonna keep looking. They're gonna stay on your heels. No matter what. Yeah, you think that your time is up in the feds? Yeah, the state coming through. We ain't forgot about that murder, boy. It's on. You know what I mean? Not a laughing matter, but y'all feel me. So, man, it's going to be crazy to see that happen. You know what I mean? And it couldn't happen to a better group of guys because all this that they took Mo3's life for allegedly is bogus, man. It's bogus. Like, this is minuscule, minor in the story of life, man. You know, especially if you're going to be living a long life. Even the being a street dude, the being a rapper part of your life is a small chapter. You know, there's so much more after that you should be aspiring to. And to throw it all away over a dang rap beef or anything like that, and obviously this wasn't their beef, except for Devin Brown. Devin Brown, allegedly he got involved in this because Mo3 was messing with a girl he had interest in, or they were sharing the same old lady or something crazy like that is the rumor. But still not worth it, man. Never be worth it because when you locked up, you in that federal holding, you in prison, you in jail, that girl gonna be out here messing with everybody. And what you gonna do about it? You in jail, you in prison. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna hurt your ears to even hear about it, dog. Especially if she's already messing with this rapper and that rapper. Dog, it's best to count your losses and just keep moving, man. For anybody, man. That's real talk. Words of wisdom by Witty. No, I'm gonna get back into the chat in a second. And I see a lot of you guys have a lot of questions. But man, in closing with this whole Yella Beezy topic, and as we go over the news story and we covered all that, it looks like so far Yella Beezy is still in prison, or excuse me, it's still in jail, still in holding. And he's waiting on the possibility of getting bond, but probably they got to move some money around. A lot of people have to take a lien out on their property and things like that, which is, you know, it's horrible, man. That's a horrible situation to be in. Or take a lien out on their parents' property or something like that. It's just ugly stuff messing with your books in that way, man, because you buy a property, you looking for a long-term investment, you have to take a lien out on your property to fight your murder case or to get bond for your murder case, and there's a possibility you might lose. You could come out a triple loser in those situations, man. Not funny, but I'm saying now. You know what I mean? All right, man.